Welcome to hole number one of the Snow Mountain 9-hole cup, playing here from the Pro Tees. Now I'm going max top, 2 bars of right spin here, and even 4.5 top here is absolutely just fine. And we're setting up here in the traditional position, and I'm going to be using just about a half a ball of right curl here, and a little bit of overpower to compensate for this headwind. Of course, you know what to do if you've got a tailwind. You got to lay off that overpower a little bit. Idea here is we want to avoid these fine little rough patches on the sides and just get it as close to the green as possible. So 355 sets us up nicely with the short iron. You can see here we are at the max of the end bringer. If we had tailwind, I would definitely use that. So it's going to either be between that end bringer or the thorn. 2 bars of backspin here. Negative 10% minimum distance is what I'm playing here into the headwind. And I think hole one, you know, as always, is going to play very, very nicely. I don't really see any like massively major differences with these hole positions. I think it's just going to add a little bit of variety to the course. It's going to make it, you know, something a little bit new. But at the end of the day, we got lots of opportunities. Hole number 2, we really need to be hunting for those albatrosses. I'm setting up here on the right-hand side. It's fine to go down the left if you've got tailwind and try to get it even closer. But I think in most situations, you can play it on the right-hand side. 4.5 or up to 6 or more bars of topspin if you've got a better club. And I'm just going to give this one a 10% max adjustment and safely play it over the hazard here. If you know, you need to use a little bit of overpower here to compensate for this position. Of course, you can play it a little bit further back and push it to max. And anyway, just get it down the middle of the fairway. It doesn't have to be complicated. Second shot here in the headwind. I'll play it at 40% mid distance. And in a tailwind, we're probably going to go about 30 mid. So 35 mid is my general recommendation here. 4 bars of backspin, maybe 4 point something, depending what you've got. No side spin, and I'm just lining it up with that second bounce nicely on the green. I think that is something that has not changed. And as you can see, these hole positions are nothing crazy, you know, not right near the front edge of the green or anything like that. So like I said, 40% mid here is the pull you are seeing, but in a general sense, I think 30 to 40 is kind of where you want to be. Hit perfect. That's the plan. And guys, I want you to get those booms. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. So many of you are watching and not subscribed. Why? All right, so hole number 3, let me just say I kind of hate this hole. It's very difficult, but I'm going to show you a few different ways to approach it. The first way I think is my favorite, or a very approachable method. I'm going to play on the left-hand side. We've got 1.5 bars of topspin, about 1.7 or something like that bars of right spin, and I'm just setting it up there with that blue ring very, very close to the bottom of the fairway. And just letting that ball guide kind of trickle down. It's a bit of a steep slope, and I find if you kind of drag the ball guide up to the left there, you're actually going to get the ball rolling really fast down to the green, and you're going to leave yourself with kind of, you know, a long, makeable, but not really productive putt. But when you bring it in and bounce back near the rough like that, you see how it slows it down here? Little bit of less backspin there, and I think we got something that you could definitely work with. All right, so hole 3, I think this is going to be the most popular method. I'm going to play here with a katana and a quarterback at, let's see, 1.5 bars of backspin and just about 2.8 bars of left spin. And we're going for this nice little rough bump. And I think here in a good tailwind like you see, or maybe in a right to left wind, this will work out pretty darn well. You just need to make sure you're not pulling down into that bunker and messing around with an uphill pull towards the hill. But if you can just make a clean little pull just like that, I think this one will give you a very good look at it. You know, you don't want to be hitting great on this shot. Yeah, it's okay, ever so close here. And as you can see, you know, this is going to come in with a beautiful speed close to the line. I think perfect really gives us something to work with. Hole number 3, the last time, this one from the right-hand side. You'll see there's max, and we're setting it up close to the mid distance here. 3.1 bars of topspin, 1.8 left. And I think with a Kingmaker, you could do a little bit more damage with some more left spin here. But you get a clean line to the pin. Now, close to the rough on that second shot. But when are we ever trying to hit great? Nothing but perfects around here. I don't love that I pushed down into the bunker here. I don't know that this is the absolute best wind for this setup. Probably left side, but nonetheless, this is the route. You're going to bounce it here close to the beginning of play. Down past the rough, no big deal. Rolls in again very nicely. This is going to be a tough one, but I'm looking forward to it. Hole number 4, if you've got a headwind here or a bad crosswind, you can see that the left side is not a good idea. So I'm going to play it here on the right, 4.5 top, 2 bars of a left spin, and just basically get this one down the middle of the fairway here without going over. It's not about massive distance here on this drive, and you could certainly play this with a quarterback or some kind of a rock. You get your Thor's hammer here. It doesn't really matter. Bring your favorite driver, put the ball cleanly in play. Now, I don't really like playing on this side on this hole because you have to play with a long iron here on this next shot, and it is just such an inconsistent setup compared to the play I will show you right after. But nonetheless, 4 bars, well, 3 to 4 bars of backspin here, and I'm recommending anywhere between, 20 to 30% here. Depends on the wind angle. I tried this one at 20. It was not enough, so I do think at least 30 is going to be the number. But again, this is a pre-tournament guide. It's meant as an overview to get you ready, to give you an idea of how we're going to play these holes to success. And I'm looking to hope we play a lot more tailwind angles here. And, I'll be honest, during the live play, I'm going to use the best club in my bag to try to get it down there. But I'm making this so that we can all have a chance. Perfect away. This one, oh, it's tough, but I'm going to show you from the left-hand side, and you're going to see the big difference. Hole number 4. Now, if you've got a big club or we've got good wind, this is absolutely the way to go. I'm going 6 top, 2 right here, as much as you've got. Even bring a little bit better ball if you have to make up for it. It's going to be worth it to get this one much, much closer. So I adjust this shot 10% max, just like that. No big deal. Now, I usually give it just a little bit of curl, nothing crazy. You can see I barely gave it anything there. Sometimes you kind of give it inner wall or a little more, but don't go too much, because watch the second bounce here. Boom. You want to be in the middle of this fairway. Of course, we probably could have been a little more right curl, but it's going to get you roughly down here to the similar position. So second shot, as you can see, we are much closer. You could play max wedge there if that's your preference, but I decided I'd keep it easy here. 2 bars of backspin with the thorn, and I'm going to just play this one at 10% min. In this nice straight tailwind, it makes it much easier to, to just get a little bit of love from this game. So, guys, I love hanging out with you. I'm going to be making free tournament notes for Pro live on stream. So, don't forget to check out my webpage. That's erelicgaming.com. I'm always posting free notes for all you beautiful people for the 9-hole tournaments. Hole number 5, this par 3, I think your best bet here is to bring the Guardian and go max backspin here. I'm going 1 bar of left spin. It seems to give me a little bit of a play here. Now, I did this shot here at 10% mid, and I think I should have offset just about 1 more green square to the right. It's tough to try to dial in a par 3 in a practice mode when the wind changes every single time, but I generally think this is going to be the path. We're going to have that first bounce on the green. We're going to hit perfect, so we can at least learn something nice from the shot. And you're going to see this one, if I remember correctly, just end up a little bit left of the hole, but you can see a little bit more offset. We've missed by about 1 green square. We're already very, very close. Hole number 6, this par 5 is pretty straightforward. We're basically going for eagle here. So I bring my extra mile and a tightened ball. I got 5 bars of topspin here. 4.5 is absolutely perfect. Just fine. And I use a little bit of side spin as needed here. A little bit of right just to keep this one away from that rough, right? It's a little bit of a fine margin drive here. You don't want to make any mistakes on this play. If you've got a good Thor's hammer or a higher level rock, go ahead and use that. Give yourself that nice ball guide to, to control this landing position and make sure this one stays beautifully in the middle of the fairway. But favoring the left side here does cut down the distance a little tiny bit. Second shot, what you need is distance. So the big dog is the play. 3 top, 2 bars of left spin. Three top, 2 left. And I give this one about 1.5 balls of left curl. 10% max on the adjustment here. As you can see, this one hasn't really changed all that much with the new hole position. Not too much really overall. Like I said in the beginning, I think it's going to add a bit of variety. It's going to make things more interesting. And, you know, some people will actually drop this shot. You take a look here. Comes in very nicely. A little bit up to the back. Maybe a little bit less top spin. Maybe 2 top, 2 left. But, yeah, you know, this one is going to be fun. We'll see it in live play. Hole number 7, this part 3, I'm looking at trying to build some kind of nice no-move target shot here. I think this 4 bars of backspin would have been accompanied beautifully by about a half a bar to a bar of right spin. So keep that in mind. And I also played 20%. I think 30 in this wind would have been absolutely perfect. So I make the clean adjustment nonetheless. That's always the plan. Just trying to get that wind angle just so. I mean, I'm trying to pull a straight wind angle here, but you probably want to lean into the 1201 if you can. Clean setup here, no fancy monkey business, but you know, you could try to use curl. I'm not a big fan of it, but I do like the no move adjustment. Once we get it dialed into the tournament win, this is going to give us a great opportunity. All right, so hole number 8, I'm going to give you 2 options because it's so different in Tailwind. In Headwind here, we're going to lay it up on the left-hand side. Now, I've got a Navigator recommended. I'm playing with a Titan, but I don't really need to. I think we could pull this one off just fine with a lower power ball. I use 2 bars of top spin, about 1 bar of left spin here, and 10% max adjustment. So no big deal, just setting it up with a clean play here. Now, again, I had like 380 Titans on this account or something, so that's why I'm playing it. Maybe a little bit more than necessary, but you need, of course, to manage your own balls, gentlemen and ladies. Keep your inventory in check and don't always do everything you're told. Do what works best for you. Second shot here, I think 10% max would really be the number that would work for me. Anywhere between 3 to 4 bars of backspin. And I like having that second bounce down on the green. A little bit of left spin here might be in order as well, just to pull that landing position a little ways away from the rough. But, you know, sometimes you just got to play it with feel and go with what works for you. Not a massive fan, again, of pushing down into that bunker. You probably want to give that about a 1 ring push up in that situation to help you know, accommodate for that. But all in all, you definitely can get this one very, very close, but I'm going to show you how to get it even closer. Hole number 8 again, but this time basically the fun way. Bring your Zerk, extra mile, big APOC club, you know, whatever you got. Max top here, 1 bar of right spin. The idea is we're going to try to get it over to the final fairway and as close to that green as possible. And in the right conditions, you will definitely be able to get this one to the green. So I'm pushing it to max here. Gonna grip it and rip it. Max overpower, and we're going to give it like inner wall right curl. Just a little bit. Left edge of the ball guide touching the center line. Make sure you hit perfect here because that, or very, very minor greats, should be okay. Especially great right is preferable. Great left in this situation could put you in that bunker down at the end. You can see the second bounce. We're going to just clip the rough. Not by much, though. And this one's going to roll down beautifully. You can see how the great left would be bad. Great right would have been better in this situation. But from up here, we're going to find our landing position. We're going to be at about roughly 75% here. I'm still playing it at 20%. This is max, but 20% at slider. You want to play your end bringer method, of course. And, you know, no spin. Just going to get that second bounce on the green. And, you know, this one should come in very nicely, even with a low-level end bringer. It really, really increases your chances to get that eagle, you know, on this important hole. This is the kind of hole that the people who get the banners are going to absolutely be getting the eagles here. Even from the layup side, you know, it's not the best shot, a bit more inconsistent, but it gives you something you can work with. So perfect away. We need some booms, baby. Get this one in the hole. We'll see you on hole number 9. Hole number 9, try to keep it cheap and easy. Got the extra mile and a Titan here. Gonna go 6 top. 2 bars of left spin, 4.5, it'd be half will be just fine. 10% max here on the adjustment, and I've got the ball guide just aimed down the center of the fairway. Like I said, 10% max, nothing crazy there. We're gonna give this one, well, max overpower, and I give it a little bit of left curl. Just be easy with that, okay? You might actually want to give it a bit of right curl, but you don't want to be too close to the trees on the side here, so you be the judge. It's going to depend what the tournament offers us, but you get this one nicely down on the left-hand side, and it's going to give you a very, very nice look at the second shot. And second shot from 419, you can see here, we got lots of room to work with the sniper and just a regular Titan ball. So roughly at mid here, and I give this one 4 back, 2 bars of right spin, and I'm looking to get this one as close as I possibly can. Guys, I can't wait to play this one live with you in the tournament. And if you're still here watching now, I appreciate it very, very much. I would love to see you in the live play. And hey, if not, just don't forget to subscribe. I do appreciate it, all you beautiful people. It's been an incredible year, and I'm really looking forward to, to Christmas with the family. I hope you guys have some plans. Drop a comment on the video. Once again, thank you for all the kind support, and I'm looking forward to these new hole positions. I think it's going to make for a very fun 9-hole. We'll see you on the course.